Angels, devils, and monsters, these are not just mythical creatures or abstract representations of good and evil. They are symbolic forces that resonate deeply within us as human beings. They embody the contradictions that exist within our souls, the constant struggle between light and darkness, and the tension between our higher aspirations and base instincts. Whether or not we believe in literal angels or demons, the concept of these beings is instrumental in shaping how we view ourselves and the world around us. They help us navigate the complexities of our nature and confront the dualities that define us. In a world where the lines between good and evil are often blurred, angels have traditionally been seen as the paragons of virtue, beings of pure light, sent to protect and guide humanity. These depictions shape our understanding of what is good and right. However, this idealized image of angels fails to account for the darker sides of existence. It fails to recognize that even the most divine or pure beings, as we often imagine them, may carry within them elements of the monstrous. This is not merely a theological observation but a reflection of the internal conflicts that every individual faces. Angels, as commonly depicted in religious and mythological texts, are often portrayed as beings of power, capable of both creation and destruction. They are messengers of divine will, intermediaries between the human and the divine. But what if the concept of an angel, as we understand it, is more complicated than simply a being of light and goodness? What if angels themselves are not so different from the monsters they are supposed to battle against? What if the very nature of their existence is one of contradiction and duality? In many religious texts, angels are described as having immense power, capable of wreaking havoc as easily as they can offer guidance. This suggests that their role in the universe is not purely benevolent. In fact, their existence may serve as a reminder that all power, no matter how righteous it may seem, carries the potential for harm. We often view angels as pure embodiments of goodness, but this perception is incomplete. In truth, angels may embody both the light and the dark, the sacred and the profane, much as we as human beings are capable of both great kindness and immense cruelty. Angels are not the flawless, untouchable beings we often imagine. They are complex creatures, hybrids of divine intention and primal instinct. They are the intersection of heaven and earth, of human and divine, of light and shadow. The idea of angels as monsters challenges us to confront the darker side of our own nature. It reminds us that there is no true purity in this world, only shades of gray. By embracing both the angel and the monster within, we begin to understand that we are not defined by any one aspect of our being. We are multifaceted, capable of both good and evil, love and hate, creation and destruction. In some ways, angels, in their monstrous reality, can be seen as a reflection of our deepest fears and desires. They embody the tension between what we strive to be and what we truly are. They are the messengers of a divine will that may not always align with our own desires. The monsters we fear, the demons, the devils, the forces of chaos, are often projections of our inner turmoil. But in the case of angels, they are the embodiment of our highest ideals, yet also reminders of the destructive potential of those ideals. Their beauty, their grace, and their power are tempered by the knowledge that they, too, are capable of destruction. In this sense, they are more like us than we would like to admit. The idea of angels as monsters forces us to reconsider the nature of goodness itself. We often view goodness as an absolute, as something that exists independently of its opposite. But what if goodness is not so simple? What if it is intertwined with evil, with darkness, with the very things we seek to avoid? Angels, in their monstrous form, remind us that good and evil are not opposing forces, but are part of the same cosmic dance. The world we live in is a place where both light and darkness coexist, where angels and monsters are not separate entities, but two sides of the same coin. The hybrid nature of angels, their ability to embody both the divine and the monstrous, is a reminder that perfection, as we perceive it, is a dangerous illusion. The pursuit of pure goodness can blind us to the complexities of life, to the ways in which our desire for perfection can lead to harm. In our attempts to be angelic, we may inadvertently become monsters. This is the paradox that angels, as both divine and monstrous, present to us. They ask us to consider the cost of purity, the dangers of striving for perfection in a world that is inherently imperfect. In the future, as humanity continues to evolve, there may be a desire to recreate angels through technology and genetics. The merging of human beings with machines, the hybridization of biology, and artificial intelligence may lead to the creation of beings that resemble the angels of old. But in this new world, angels may no longer be symbols of purity and goodness. Instead, they may be artificial creations, beings made in our image, but also shaped by our flaws and limitations. These hybrid angels may embody the very same contradictions that define us as humans. They may be capable of great beauty and great terror. In many ways, the future hybridization of angels may reflect our own desire to transcend our human limitations. As we reach for the heavens, we may find ourselves creating beings that embody both the divine and the monstrous. The angels we create may be more powerful, more beautiful, and more terrifying than anything we have ever imagined. But in this process, we must also confront the reality that we cannot escape our own nature. We are, at our core, both angels and monsters, beings caught between light and darkness, between good and evil, between the divine and the monstrous. Angels, devils, monsters, they are all reflections of our own inner struggles. They are the faces we show to the world, the roles we play in the drama of life. But they are also the parts of ourselves that we hide, the aspects of our nature that we deny. The challenge is not to eliminate one in favor of the other, but to accept both as integral parts of our existence. We are not defined by our ability to be good or evil, light or dark. We are defined by how we navigate the spaces between these forces, by how we choose to live in the face of these contradictions. The concept of angels as monsters is not meant to demonize them, but rather to open our eyes to the complexities of existence. It is a call to acknowledge the darker aspects of life, to embrace the shadows that dwell within us all. Only by accepting both the angel and the monster within can we begin to understand our true nature and our place in the world. We are not perfect, and neither are the angels we create or the monsters we fear. But in embracing our imperfection, we can begin to find peace amidst the chaos, balance amidst the struggle. Angels are not what we think they are. They are not the flawless, serene beings of light that we often imagine. They are complex, contradictory, and terrifying just like us. Perhaps the greatest lie we have ever told ourselves is that angels are perfect, that they exist solely to guide us toward goodness and light. The truth is that angels are as much a part of the darkness as they are of the light. They are the embodiment of everything we aspire to be, but also everything we fear we might become. In the end, angels as monsters challenge us to confront our own humanity. They remind us that we are capable of both great good and great evil, and that these forces are not separate, but intertwined. They ask us to embrace our full nature, to accept that we are both angel and monster, divine and flawed, light and dark. Only by accepting this duality can we hope to transcend it, to find peace in the midst of our inner conflicts and the chaos of the world around us. As we continue to explore the duality of angels as monsters, we must also recognize that the very notion of monstrosity is not fixed but rather subjective. What one culture may deem monstrous, another might revere as divine. Angels, in this sense, are creatures born from the collective imagination and cultural projections of humankind. The distinction between angels and monsters is blurred because both are reflections of our deepest fears and highest aspirations. Perhaps it is in this space of contradiction where light meets darkness that we discover the true meaning of divinity and monstrosity. Consider for a moment the depiction of angels in various religious and mythological texts. In Christianity, angels are often seen as messengers of God, beings who guide and protect the faithful. However, many of these depictions fail to account for the terror that these beings can instill. In the Bible, angels are not always gentle beings. They are often depicted as overwhelming forces, capable of causing fear and destruction. Their appearance is not always ethereal and delicate, but rather powerful and fearsome, causing mortal men to tremble in their presence. These beings of light beings we often associate with purity are capable of great destruction, and their intentions are not always easy to discern. In other religious traditions, angels may not even appear as human-like figures. In ancient Mesopotamian religions, for instance, angels were depicted as powerful and often terrifying beings, half human, half animal, who performed acts of divine will, sometimes with violence. In these accounts, angels did not appear as divine beings to be worshipped, but rather as agents of divine wrath. These were not the beautiful, serene creatures that we envision today, but terrifying hybrids. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the paradoxes of life. If you found this video thought-provoking, give it a like and share it with others who might enjoy unraveling these mysteries. Don't forget to subscribe for more content exploring the edges of existence. Until next time, question everything and keep exploring your own destiny. Take care. Bye-bye.